Astronomers have cataloged 8 planets, 6,000 comets, and over 525,000 asteroids, but on October 19, 2017, an unexplained event occurred in Hawaii that caught the attention of millions of people and scientists worldwide because of what they found: the first interstellar object ever discovered that had entered our solar system from deep space. It was named Oumuamua, after the Hawaiian word for scout or messenger from afar, and its trajectory indicated that it was not gravitationally bound to our own solar system. Oumuamua was first spotted by an astronomer named Rob Lyric, a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Hawaii's Institute for Astronomy who was looking for Earth-approaching asteroids. He thought he had found one, but then was able to locate it in 2 images from the previous night. However, when he combined the photographs, the orbit didn't make any sense to him. He discovered the unusual object moving through space not too far from the Earth's orbit while looking at recorded observations from the telescope perched on top of a volcano in Hawaii, the Haleakala Observatory. At first, many people thought it was an asteroid and then a comet, but now some say the object may not be an asteroid or comet after all. And as astrologers continue to argue over what it is and what it's made of, there are some that believe Omaha is an alien probe sent from another civilization. While that sounds ridiculous, the interstellar object could answer some of the eternal questions surrounding life in our universe. Omaha has given rise to some wild theories about what it is and where it came from. But one of the most intriguing aspects of this space rock was its extremely unusual oblong shape, which many have compared to a giant cigar. Its spherical diameter is estimated to be between 1,312 feet long and 400 feet wide, but since its composition is unknown, its size may be smaller. Scientists were surprised that the interstellar space rock was able to survive flying around the sun without vaporizing because it was heated to over 570 degrees Fahrenheit. Instead, they believe that the comet had more than a foot of thick rock and dust coating. The incredible thing about Oumuamua is that we were only able to detect it 40 days after it had passed its closest point to the sun. This skyscraper-sized rock suddenly shot into our solar system and was only visible as it was speeding away from the sun, which meant that it was roughly 85 times farther away than the moon. As it was leaving the solar system, Oumuamua researchers have attempted to determine the star system from which the object originated. Using data from the European Space Agency's Gaia mission, which provides exact star locations, they were able to determine that the object most likely originated from a binary star system, which is made up of 2 stars orbiting a center as opposed to our single Sunday. One of the stars is HIP 3757, which is around 80 light-years from Earth, but some think it has come from a more likely candidate, a Sun-like star cataloged HD 9-2-4-9. There are 2 other stars where the object could have come from, but very little is known about them. The Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System, or PANSTARS, survey the sky looking for moving or variable objects on a continuous basis and also produce accurate astrometry and photometry of already detected objects. Basically, this telescope is set up to look for asteroids or comets that could pose a threat to our planet. When it caught sight of the object, it was moving so fast at such a high velocity into our solar system that it proved it had come from somewhere else and was just passing by. Its speed was recorded at 58,905 miles per hour. But the pull of the sun's gravity caused it to speed up until it reached a maximum speed of 96,229 miles per hour on September 6, 2018. As soon as the object's true trajectory was confirmed, all available telescopes on Earth were used to quickly study it before it moved out of range. It wasn't moving very fast relative to nearby stars, and a surprising fact is that it was the solar system that ran into Oumuamua rather than the other way around. Oumuamua may have well been wandering through the Milky Way unattached to any star system for hundreds of millions of years before its chance encounter with the solar system. The identity crisis Omaha, Washington, had in the year following its discovery further demonstrates the object's mystique. Initially, astronomers believed Oumuamua to be a comet because it lacked the typical comet-like cloud of gas and dust. This led them to reclassify Oumuamua as an asteroid. But there was a catch. The object was moving faster than an asteroid should, as if it were receiving a boost from volatile materials evaporating off of its surface. Oumuamua had no tail, but some researchers now believe it to be a fragment of a comet that lost most of its surface water after being hit by cosmic rays during its protracted journey through interstellar space. Regardless of whether Oumuamua is an asteroid or a comet, one thing is certain. Beyond the fact that Oumuamua differs from most cosmic objects, which are often large lumps, the object is unlike anything that has been observed previously. While many argue that if the object is a comet, it would not have survived its rotational spin and would have broken into pieces long ago, despite the many realistic-looking illustrations you may have seen of it. No one really knows what it looks like up close, although evidence suggests that it has a reddish surface. The cigar-shaped object was spinning strangely, like a stick toppling end over end. Some say that it could have been a much larger object that had a collision with a larger asteroid. One of the more believable hypotheses is that this object could have been the remains of a planet that had a catastrophic collision with another planet, or that Oumuamua was a piece of a planet destroyed by tides as it was passing close to a red dwarf star in a binary system where the planet formed around the red dwarf's companion, but its orbit was destabilized and the planet swung past the red dwarf, about to be hurtled into interstellar space, and was torn apart by the incredible gravitational forces. I don't think it's possible. Red dwarfs can be surprisingly dense, and some being the size of Jupiter, but with 100 times larger mass, this makes their tides very strong, which can disrupt planetary bodies that come too close, such as when Jupiter disrupted comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 in 1994. Before pieces of the comet smashed into the planet, the collision produced scars that were visible from Earth. If a planet can be shredded into trillions of fragments which are then ejected into interstellar space, such catastrophic events could produce more interstellar objects than regular ejections of comets and asteroids by planets. And although Oumuamua was the first visitor from outside the solar system, astronomers will soon have the chance to see many more of these objects anew. Telescope named the Large Synoptic Survey Telescope is under construction in Chile, and it should become operational in the year 2022. LSSD will be a robotic telescope that will take a complete scan of the whole sky down to very faint objects every 3 days, so it will very literally catch anything that moves. If Oumuamua is not a complete fluke, the LSSD should detect about one such object every year, giving scientists and researchers plenty to study. It is thought that objects like Oumuamua could have brought life to Earth. One of the things that got scientists excited was the fact that the object had an outer crust of rock which could have provided insulation and radiation shielding. Because of this, some researchers have said that microbes could be incubating on the object and could be able to live on the outer edges of the solar system. Besides life, the biggest thing that distinguishes Earth from other planets is its abundance of which is said to have been brought by millions of ice comets which impacted the planet long ago during the heavy bombardment period. Along with that ice, it's possible that life was brought to the planet this way, and it could be possible that some kind of living organism could be kept in a cold, deep, furry state, and any living organism inside of the rock would get significant protection on the inside. And by the way, we can probably put the alien probe thing to rest. When Oumuamua was still in the solar system, astronomers in the outback of Western Australia used the Murchison Wide Field Array Telescope to eavesdrop on the rocky visitor. They checked for radio transmissions coming from the object between the frequencies of 72 and 102 megahertz, which is almost similar to the frequencies used in FM radio broadcasts. The search for Oumuamua's home continues as scientists wait and watch the skies for the next interstellar visitor in the hopes that it will provide some insight into the origins of life and give us a brief look into another solar system. We hope you enjoyed the video and encourage you to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can be the first to know when a new one is released. If Oumuamua holds any more secrets, they're likely to stay that way, as they will pass out of the solar system in a few years, making it impossible for any telescope to see. Thank you for watching and see you next time.